Modern turbo diesels are dying before they ever see 200,000 miles, and most owners have no idea they are the ones pulling the trigger. Your diesel was built to last. It was engineered to deliver enormous torque, strong fuel economy, and pulling power that would bring a gasoline engine to its knees. But right now, somewhere out there, a diesel owner is making a simple mistake that is silently costing them thousands of dollars. Stay with me until the end, because mistake number 4 alone could save you from a repair bill that most diesel owners never see coming until it is already too late. Let us start with the mistake that destroys more turbos than anything else on this list. You just finished a long stretch of highway driving, or maybe you spent the afternoon hauling a heavy trailer up a steep mountain pass. Your turbocharger has been spinning at over 100,000 revolutions per minute, generating temperatures capable of melting aluminum. You pull into your driveway, shut the key off, and walk inside. That single habit is signing your turbo's death warrant. The moment your engine stops, oil circulation cuts off instantly. But your turbo is still spinning, and the superheated oil trapped inside those bearings begins to cook. Those deposits harden into carbon buildup called coke, behaving exactly like sandpaper grinding against your precision turbo bearings every time you drive. The fix is straightforward. After any highway driving, hard acceleration, or heavy towing session, let your engine sit at idle for 60 to 90 seconds before switching it off. That window keeps oil circulating through your turbo, allowing it to cool gradually rather than baking in its own heat. Yes, modern diesels have water-cooled turbos and oil coolers built in, but do not lean on those systems entirely. That 1 minute of idling could be the difference between a healthy turbo and a $4,000 replacement. And the benefit goes beyond the turbo itself. Your entire engine benefits from that cooldown, including the oil, which leads directly into the next mistake. Diesel engines are not gasoline engines, and treating them identically will cut their lifespan short. Cold diesel oil is thick and sluggish, and it does not reach critical components like turbo bearings properly during a cold start. Jumping into hard acceleration on a cold diesel is the mechanical equivalent of pushing honey through a narrow straw. Your bearings are running dry, while the oil slowly works its way through the system. But here is where most people get it completely backwards. They idle their diesel for 10 or 15 minutes, thinking they are doing the engine a favor. Extended cold idling actually works against you. The engine never climbs to proper operating temperature. Combustion stays incomplete, and you end up with fuel dilution in your oil and carbon buildup inside your combustion chambers. The correct approach is simple. Start your diesel. Let it idle for 30 to 90 seconds to get oil moving through the system. Then pull out gently. Keep your RPMs low and avoid any hard throttle until your coolant temperature gauge shows the engine has fully warmed up. Follow the same discipline at the end of every drive. That cooldown period is not optional. It protects your turbo and your entire engine from the kind of slow, invisible damage that accumulates silently over tens of thousands of miles. Now here is something that is costing diesel owners money on every single drive. Most people treat oil changes on their turbo diesel the same way they treat them on a regular family car. That is a serious mistake. Turbo diesels are brutally hard on engine oil for 3 specific reasons. First, the temperatures. While a gasoline engine typically runs oil temperatures in the 200 to 220 degree Fahrenheit range, your diesel regularly pushes past 240 degrees. At those temperatures, conventional oil breaks down fast and loses its ability to protect moving parts. Second, the soot. Diesel combustion produces significantly more soot than gasoline, and that soot ends up suspended in your oil. Black oil is actually doing its job, but there is a ceiling on how much contamination the oil can handle before it stops protecting anything. Third, the turbo. Your turbocharger uses that same engine oil for both lubrication and cooling. The shaft spins at extraordinary speeds, placing intense demand on oil quality at all times. Any breakdown in that oil is a direct threat to your turbo's survival. Use a high-quality, full synthetic oil that meets your manufacturer's specifications. Synthetic handles extreme heat far better than conventional oil and holds its protective properties much longer under stress. Then change it more often than you think you need to. While gasoline engines can sometimes stretch to 7,500 or even 10,000 miles between changes, most turbo diesels should be serviced every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, especially when towing is involved. Do not fall for extended drain interval marketing. The extra dollars spent on more frequent oil changes will keep thousands in repair bills off your account. But there is another mistake that is extremely common with modern diesel trucks and SUVs, and it turns your own emission system into your engine's worst enemy. If you bought a diesel thinking it was ideal for short city trips and daily errands around town, you made a costly miscalculation. Modern diesels are equipped with a diesel particulate filter, the DPF, which captures soot from your exhaust. That filter needs to burn off accumulated soot through a process called regeneration. And regeneration demands sustained high exhaust temperatures, around 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. Your diesel only reaches those temperatures during extended highway driving, or when working under a heavy load. Short city trips never allow the exhaust system to get hot enough for regeneration to complete properly. When regeneration keeps getting interrupted, or never fully happens at all, the consequences stack up fast. Your DPF clogs with soot, choking exhaust flow, and robbing you of power. Your engine begins injecting extra fuel trying to force exhaust temperatures higher, which destroys your fuel economy in the process. That unburned fuel then washes down into your oil, thinning it out and stripping away its protective properties. The mounting back pressure behind a clogged DPF puts serious stress directly on your turbocharger. You will know when things have gone wrong. Warning lights will appear on your dash. Black smoke will show at the exhaust pipe. Power will drop noticeably, and your fuel consumption will climb. Ignoring those warnings can easily push your repair bill into the tens of thousands of dollars. The solution requires one simple habit change. At least once a week, take your diesel out for a 20 to 30-minute highway drive at sustained speeds above 45 miles per hour. That run gives your exhaust system the heat it needs to complete a full regeneration cycle and burn off accumulated soot. If a DPF warning light comes on, get on the highway immediately and let the system work through a full active regeneration. Most vehicles will clear the warning on their own once the process finishes. Pay close attention to your eager system as well. Carbon deposits build up inside the eager valve over time, disrupting combustion and generating more soot than your DPF can manage. Regular cleaning and thorough emission system maintenance are absolutely essential to keeping your diesel alive for the long haul. Your turbo diesel was designed to run for hundreds of thousands of miles. These engines are extraordinary pieces of engineering, but they are far less forgiving of neglect than a simple gasoline motor. The turbocharger, the high-pressure fuel system, and the emissions equipment all demand consistent, disciplined care. Avoid these mistakes, and your diesel will reward you with a long, powerful, and reliable life on the road.